Yo, yo, yo. So I won't lie, I was late, but I was playing with my dog, so there's a valid excuse. Yo, what's up, King Carnage? What's up, Eric, Susan, Michael O, Devil, Dr. J? What's up, Candace, Garden, Green, Julian, Linwood, Spicy Pepper? Good morning, everybody. Alright. So today I actually did something I haven't done in a very long time. I couldn't even tell you the last time, but if you guys go to the Levels channel, I'm going to be posting watch lists like this every day again. Which, I don't know, did Kindred die? Where'd he go? Let me message him. You good, G? But yeah, if you check the Levels channel, I'll be posting watch lists like that every morning from here on out. Should also be on the screen. I think you should be able to see this. I don't really remember. Let me check OBS. Yes, you should be able to see that. Good morning, Rollout. How you doing? Alright, so today's main game plan for Spy is really just seeing how does previous day high hold. Also, can we pop over 543.50? If we can, there's a good chance that we kind of got to use this level as a kind of a secondary confirmation to see if we really are that bullish, you know. So if we pass this and that, very good sign that we're pushing towards 550s today. I know it's a little wild to say that number, but right under 550 today if we end up rallying more. A loss of 542 would be a really good starter for bears to the downside today. But at the other end of things, it would also be good to see them take out 539.50 because you do have a lot of consolidation here. You know, they opened up higher, retested that, legged up, broke the next level, retested it, higher low, broke up, and here we are breaking up again. So if it was to pull back, this is most likely where it's headed. So just keep that in mind. So now we know where everything most likely will go on SPY. We don't know for 100%, but this is our plan. I didn't chart. I mean, I charted all these tickers last night again, so all these should be good to go. But Apple not looking too bad as they, wow, first candle looking pretty good. Apple's looking good. Amazon trying to fight its previous day high. Tesla's down, testing the next level underneath, but it's nothing crazy yet. Meta's over previous day high. Microsoft's over previous day high. So we got some pretty big weights moving already this morning. Excuse me. What's up, Valdora? Why do you do, or I guess let me ask you, why do you struggle so much when you're in stream listening? I'm just curious. If you don't want to share, that's fine, but I'm just curious because I really am one of the most like passive speakers when it comes to like where are we bullish from, where are we bearish. I'm never sitting here going like, oh, we're dying from here, like, you know, I just kind of talk about the probabilities of where we should be moving. You know, I speak about the system, and that's literally about it. I'm never really sitting here saying, like, you should be in calls right now. You should be in put. So if you're affected by my words, I think you're hearing me wrong, because it's not like I'm ever sitting here saying anything super aggressive. Like, I'm literally just going over, oh, we should be bearish from here. We should be bullish from here. And I'm also going over the weights. You know, where should SPY be most likely. So, I am a little confused on that, if I'm affecting you. He said it's more on my part. I think I personally just get impatient or excited. But that's my question. Why do you do that when you're in stream but not when you're alone? What are you doing different? That's my question. You just focus more on your own? Okay. Yeah, because that's the reason I try not to be, like, aggressive sounding when I go over, you know, breakdowns of certain levels or of a certain ticker or something. You know, it's because it's like, I know people are listening. I know that if I was listening to someone that I trust and they were saying, like, oh, wow, this is really bullish above this right here, and I'm sitting in puts, like, averaging down every other, you know, few minutes, that's not really a good sign. You know, it's going to scare me a little bit. I'm going to definitely want to cut my play. I'm going to not feel as confident about my trade. So I definitely try my best not to sound biased in either direction, because there's way too many people that are vague and biased, and if you don't understand what I mean, it's probably one of the most dangerous things you can do. But let's say, you know, you're a Discord owner, or you're someone who has a lot of followers on Twitter, or, you know, you're just super confident in your abilities, so you just can't shut the hell up, and you're just so outspoken about how confident you are in your trading. A lot of people will start to follow you, and a lot of people will follow how you call out things, and this causes people to, like, almost lie to other people. You know, they'll be vague. They'll be like, oh, guys, this is a bear flag under today's open. That's not a bear flag. I'm sorry. It's a light touch in the first 10 minutes, you know, and it's not really fair to really categorize what price action you're seeing in the first 10, 20, 30 minutes, because it's really not that stable. It's not that, you know, clear yet. So if you're going to sit there and be like, oh, it was a bear flag, grab puts instantly, you know, and let's say it ends up dropping, right? You know, everybody's going to think you're a genius. If it ends up holding, and it wasn't a bear flag, it was just nothing, you know, and then it bounces and it works up, you know, everyone's going to be like, oh, dude, you're stupid, you know, you're so bad at trading. So, again, like, just speak on equal terms when you're going over different breakdowns of charts, if that makes sense to you. I'm talking to everybody. Don't be that person that's like, oh, this is 600% going down, I'm never going to have to cut this, because then you will really think that you don't have to cut this. You really will think you're invincible. But you're not. So try to trade with the system, try to trade with the levels, in whatever else you're using. If you're using EMAs or Bollinger Bands or middle VWAP, I don't care what you guys are using. But if you are using something, like, please have rule sets with it. Don't just randomly trade. And guys, I was just making a joke as a bear flag, but it does look like we are getting a potential 3-bar play under previous day close in the first 12 to 13 minutes of today's market, and that's on SPY. SPY is not looking too hot. I haven't clicked through the weights yet, but just a few moments ago we were witnessing a lot of things breaking previous day high. Let's see what they're doing now. So Apple's sitting... Okay, that's not bad yet. That's not really bad yet either. If they break previous day high, though, that little zone there, see, what we did is we went from the high to the open of that last green candle before they broke back down. So it's not really a crazy supply. It's just the supply of the previous day high. It's not that heavy yet. Tesla is breaking down. They're breaking down under 204.50. It looks like they have a little bit of a little Eve here I didn't draw. 204, so you can keep that there as well. But they're breaking that as well. Meta is back under previous day high. Watch Microsoft. I think this will be a huge momentum changer. If this ends up cracking below 414, I think this could help bring the market in a little bit more here in a short-term period. But if not, then we're probably going to be holding. And we'll see if we could build some base. Because Apple's not breaking down crazy yet either. And that's what you want to keep your eyes on. Apple and Microsoft. I do see, though, NVIDIA's picking up in the selling. I also see AMD's picking up in the selling just now. I just saw that as they tick down a lot more. Yeah, NVIDIA's down a lot more even just from our clicking right there. So we do have part of the tech sector moving down. Some of the discretionary is struggling. IWM's kind of struggling against that breakout as well. Rough start. I would say a rough start. I wouldn't say super bearish, super, selling pressure feeling yet, but it's definitely a rough start. Oh, here's SPX as well. I know a few of you guys like to trade SPX. Yeah, it just looks like a nice looking little, not a perfect 3-bar play, because when I say 3-bar play, I only say it when it's like perfect. What the hell happened to my chart? This isn't perfect. You really want this close of this green candle to be the exact same level as the meaty close of this candle here. So the open of this candle here. So that would be about 54.42.38. But it's still a good sign that it's just under it. And then seeing the next candle open just a little bit lower and then pushing under that level there and the low of that candle and the close of previous day, it's a very good sign. So if you get a rejection technically of this level here, between here and here, should get a continuation down. But really nice start to the day for some short-term sellers. Yeah, NVIDIA and AMD did get worse. Alright, so some of the weights are pulling back. Some of them are just kind of sitting there. Alright, let's leave it on SPY for a little bit, and then we will click around a little bit more. I just like to get information on the sectors, because it feels good. It gives you like a feeling of, like, okay, this is real. You're not giving yourself like theoretical information or anything, or any hypotheticals. Good concrete information. And really good breakdown by Peoples in the trade floor. I didn't really get to see it till just now. Oh man. Always pumping. Oh, I didn't even see Daffy's post just now. 150% was his last post? Jesus. Excuse me. Alright, let's see. What are you guys saying in here? Home Depot is flying. Good. can't tell you guys how many times we talked about this in a swing stream. This has been a really cool breakdown, and kind of we didn't take any plays because we were just watching earnings, but as a group we were just kind of watching for this to start trying to move up. Really, I'd like to see this move towards 370s again. But now we'll get to see after earnings how they react to this little shoulder here. I'm not going to leave this level mark, but this is going to be kind of my deciding point right there. Nvidia, holy crap, y'all should see this reversal. Okay, never mind. The number was a lot worse. Huge bounce by both of the semis right there. Apple's still just under that previous day high. Amazon holding on to the previous day high with that little bit of a reversal they had. Tesla getting some buyers, but they are still just rejecting the level, so that's not looking good for them still. But it could also just be a slowdown because they've kind of been ripping, so. And they just bounced off of a huge daily support yesterday. So this could also just be reset price action on the daily time frame for Tesla. I kind of have the same vibe for Amazon too. Amazon and Tesla are in really good spots. That might also be why Home Depot is doing so well. I think a lot of those XLY, those discretionary stocks, they're sitting, if you look at like a daily chart for any of these, I could just picture it right now. A lot of them have like some nice price action, whatever, on the left. Some of them are down, some of them are kind of sideways to the downside. But a lot of them are really low on their chart, and they've bounced, made those first impulse moves, they've dropped, they've held on to an important historical shoulder, and now they're like trying to move back up. And most of the important XLY tickers will look like that. By the way, there isn't a chart here, I'm just drawing with my mouse. But yeah, it's kind of cool too. You can go through each sector like that. So you can click Analyze SPY. You could be like, oh, I want to look at healthcare, and then you're like XLV healthcare. And then you can look at the top weights of healthcare, and let's say you just want to look at the top few, which I wouldn't blame you because there's a lot of weights in each sector. But going through the first, 3 to 5 is probably good enough, and then you could just kind of get a good idea of what that sector might be doing. You're not going to ever 100% know, but it'll give you a good feeling for it. Let's see. Does this breakdown break up? Or do we get a rejection of 542 for the ultimate bearish retest? Because again, that would be rejecting multiple things. We have a supply, we have a level here, we have a previous day close here. So there's a lot right here. So if we get a rejection in this area, it's a very, very good sign that bears do want to, 1, take control, but 2, move a lot lower. Which we have a couple levels to look forward to if this does reject. If we get a breakup here and a retake of today's open and a breakup of 543.50s, then we should see some more bullish price action. So everybody keep that in mind. But does that make sense? Drop a thumbs up in the YouTube chat if you guys are good. If you're in Discord, just say yes or drop a thumbs up as well. With the emotes or whatever. Excuse me. Yeah, 542, pretty damn important. Ooh, nice, Sean. Good stuff. But you guys see how I'm giving myself parameters. I'm saying, if this, then that. If this, then that. You got to give yourself that little bit of a start before. Give yourself that prep. Daffy said, watch Exxon Mobil here. Break of 118.32 can go 119. Alright, potential rejection happening, and we can see selling is definitely happening here on IWM. It's kind of cool, you're seeing a breakdown, then it pulls back up, but it's like 50% of that candle, rejects a level perfectly, drops, doesn't even reach 50% with the meat of the candle, does it with the wick. Higher open, breakdown again. Still looking to see if it can break 207s, which I don't even think I'm on the right chart. Yeah, I'm not. They rejected previous day high. Or I'm sorry, broke previous day high, then rejected previous day high. Broke under previous day close, rejected previous day close. So it's like 2 instant bearish signals right there for IWM. Essentially 2 here on SPY. candle trying to turn green towards the middle of this 5-minute candle. Might switch to the 1 just to see what's actually going on right now. And yeah, same situation. We're just zoomed in a little more. Here in a minute, we'll go over the daily time frame because, in my opinion, it is always better to zoom out just to give yourself a better picture of what's happening, really. It's not like it's going to smack you in the face and tell you, you know, exactly what's happening, but it's going to give you a very good picture. He said XOM with the $1 billion candle just now. Oh yeah, he's not lying. I think I just recharted this pretty recently. Okay, so we're just still reacting to this supply. I believe this is the all-time high supply. Yeah, 118.34, definitely a problem. Every time we've gotten up here, we've closed, lower open. Closed, lower open. Okay, this is the first time we had a higher open. But then we instantly had a lower open the next day. So this is the best attempt of the 3. That's for sure. I also don't know what CVX looks like. I know CVX is a lot lower on the... Yeah, they are. They are very low on their chart compared to XOM. And the reason you look at one of these two when you're looking at energy is just because they are a majority of energy. They're huge weights in the energy sector. It's funny too, because like we're all like in our heads, some of these stocks are still lower, but I mean, look at Meta, it's right under all-time high. Amazon's really not that far off. Tesla's a different story. Apple, I mean, it's really not that far. That's crazy. Alright, let's go back to the 2-day 5-minute and just see what's going on. Looks like we're still rejecting this area, so we should definitely be a little bit more bearish than bullish going into this look here. But again, any retake at 542 can ruin any momentum to the downside. A push above today's open can definitely look a lot better for the bulls moving forward. But right now, bears have done a very good job of breaking previous day high, previous day close. They've moved out of supply that we have drawn here. They've even closed under a couple times. So, you know, I feel like at any moment we should just fall from underneath. But again, we know this market. We know how indecisive it can be. We also have a lot of very important data coming out this week, so if not as many exciting moves happen, I think that would be okay, but still very possible, so let's not let that get in the way. CFL is at the 52-week low. Let's go. And yeah, we'll check out some bigger time frame charts here in a bit, Sean. Also, wait, what's today, Wednesday? Is today Wednesday or Tuesday? No, it's Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll do another swing stream, so be on the lookout for that. Should be good. But I'm sure I'll look at CLF, especially during that stream, because I like to look at that one. What's up, Daffy? I've updated everything you've typed, basically. I try to whenever you or Leland or some of the other guys in here do. Honestly, I think I read out almost everybody's updates. Almost everybody. Really cool post this morning in the Post Charts channel too by Rollout, Linwood, and Garden Trader. A lot of in-depth game plans in there. And yeah, good morning everybody here in Discord. We got a lot of people in here again. Welcome everybody here on YouTube. Be sure to drop a like. It does help out the overall channel. But good morning, everybody. It's been almost 30 minutes since open. A little bit of a breakdown this morning so far, but in terms of length, nothing crazy yet, but it's definitely at the part of the chart where it could start pulling back a lot more if we don't see any retake soon or any kind of settling here. Let's see what briefing says. I always like checking briefing.com. It's such a chill site. Okay, it's not ready yet. It's kind of chill because, like, if anything big happens and you're just like you're even if you're sure about the price action and like what's going on, it's still kind of cool to understand what's really moving the market, because sometimes you'll see things about treasury yields, some things to think about the dollar, you know, and just honestly just different money markets. It's kind of cool to hear about. It also show you which sectors are weak and strong in comparison to each other, so that's good too. Just a quick look. Thanks for streaming today. You're the most unbiased trader out there. It is so great when you stream on YouTube. Thank you, Jennifer. That was very nice of you to say. What's up, KT? Valdora took 40% under 452.03. Nice, nice. And yeah, Valdora, if you want to just chill and stream too, you don't even have to call out if it makes you excited. But if typing helps too, do that, man. But just be comfortable. Try to be calm, even though it's impossible. And yeah, they're having a hard time pushing away, even though they have control of really good areas right now. Got a 50-50 candle here. If this next red print can just close under that low, that'd be a good sign, because you do have a nice sized leg there with a small body on that candle, so it is a little indecisive. Tesla down pretty heavy as they make it down to the next level in that latest candle, 201.90s. Very big breakdown from the Tesla chart today. They opened all the way up here. They've already made it down to almost 202. So for continuation, I would be looking under 202. You can even look at bearish continuation under 204.50s. But if you see any retake of this level here, they probably do want to just make this indecisive and bring this back into range, and maybe even have a chance at cracking towards previous day close, previous day high, today's open area. There's a lot of levels right here. So we got a couple scenarios there for Tesla now with how much movement it has, so that's a good thing for them. Amazon could give off a bearish rejection at 171, but I wouldn't take that serious until it cracks 170.68 again. And I gotta see Home Depot again, just because that sector is connected with those three, so I just want to... Yeah, and they are kind of affecting each other with that downside. AMD and Nvidia could have gotten a lot worse, though. With how it was looking, those first three candles, it looked like it wanted to break 113.90 any second. AMD still kind of fizzling where it dropped to. Meta trying its best to try to hold over previous day high again. Microsoft still holding on to previous day high. Good for them. MicroStrategy down heavy. Yeah, Valdora, you just gotta remember where I'm speaking from. I'm speaking from the system, so just remember that. I'm never gonna be sitting here saying, like, exit your calls, exit your puts, or I'm never gonna try to do that to anybody, so just don't get overexcited and hear me that way. I'm really not trying to talk like that. I really am just going over whatever the levels are telling me. Definitely in a weird struggle down here. They get like this amazing start to the day, and then it's like, hold up. Google will most likely continue down, news-based. Oh, I see what you're saying. How was everyone's night, though? How did everyone sleep? Did you guys have a good morning so far? Now that we're past the first 30 minutes of the market and the stream. It's also good to know, like, on your good days, you know, how much did you sleep? What did you do? You know, what would you have the night before? What time to go to sleep? All that good stuff. Just kind of be aware of your own, like, routine. Because it's weird. Some of you might get less sleep and then do great at trading because you're not thinking about it as much because you're a little tired. Whereas when you're more aware, you're more awake, you have so much rest, you're reacting to literally everything because you're so there. Some people are weird. Some people are opposite. Some people need rest to be an amazing trader. Some people don't even think about it. So everyone's different. Oh, by the way, I did find a game that we could play, but it would be a lot longer than we're all used to playing, and I don't know how we would get everyone to work. So it would be like something where we could get a couple people in. You actually just reminded me, Unthoughtful Devil, but there's a Monopoly website you can play on, and it's so easy. You just click and connect. You don't have to own anything. You don't have to download anything. It's not like a sketchy website, and it's just Monopoly. But it's pretty funny. I actually meant to send y'all this link the other day because it's like Monopoly, but it's free, and there's a lot more. Which I don't even know if normal Monopoly is not free or not. But that'd be kind of funny. Have like a couple people in a voice call and do that. But what's everybody looking at this morning? Of course, I'm flicking through pretty much everything here on my screen. Mainly focused on SPY, IWM. What tickers are you guys looking at this morning? Or are you just kind of chilling and just looking at whatever? Paper trade from TA posted in post chart. Ooh. Linwood, bro, you're getting in some insane reps, man. And good job. Talked about it in post charge channel. Watched it live. You know, did your trade, did your rep. Posting the review of the after. You just did the before, the during, and the after. You just did the full process of an actual routine trade, a prepared trade. Great job, dude. Seriously. Those are a lot harder than people like to give credit for. Great job. They also feel the best, though, because you've put the most energy into it. And we are still rejecting. Let's see if we get any kind of new fresh lows or anything. He said, wishing I traded it. Hey, but that's a good rep, though, man. You need that confidence. So next time, man, just jump into it. You have some really good prepared routine going on. So, I mean, if you're able to do that and repeat it, do it again. But great progression. Seriously, don't bash any of that. That's a really good progression. Because that's what I want to see out of more people in here is being able to do that. The before, the during, the after. Because you get the full process of what you just did. Someone who doesn't have a plan before is a reactive trader. That was a prepared trade because you had something ready to go beforehand. Which is a lot higher probability in my opinion. Even if you use just levels, just zones, just indicators, a lot of the time prepared trading is going to be a lot higher probability because you're more focused. You're a lot more in tune with what you're looking at. Whereas a reactive trader is probably only going to be like a scalp trader a lot of the time. A reactive trader is basically just scalp traders. You don't want to just be a reactive trader, but it's good that you had a plan beforehand. Rob Taylor. Hold on, I'll go look at Starbucks. So the other day he said, I have no reason other than it's Starbucks, and why are you up 22% for it to drop? And then today, replying to that message saying, drill it. They are potentially breaking this short-term retest spot right here, so that could bring more selling on Starbucks. Of course, this is a post-news move. And yeah, pretty good breakdown at 54.36, the previous day high, and a retest on SPX as well. Still not to that next level at 54.20. Amazon rejecting previous day high as another red candle appears on the Tesla chart. Microsoft's still trying its best to hold previous day high, so is Meta. The two M's are trying their best. Some of the banks aren't looking too bad. Which I mostly have those on my watch list to check, not as much to trade, but these are the two banks that I would trade with options if I had to. JPM and BAC. Very, very active options chains. But I really only like them for swings most of the time, but here and there they do give good opportunity for day trading. Oh, did that bug. That's weird. It didn't matter if TD Ameritrade owns Thinkorswim or if Schwab owns Thinkorswim. The bug with the price level tool in the toolbar still exists. That is a consistent bug. Nice, Carter. I like to hear it. Chilling, trying to get back into the groove. I feel that. Yeah, Meta's got a lot of IV right now. They are kind of pricey right now. But I do like that look. It kind of sucks nothing is supporting them. I mean, you got like Meta and Microsoft, and that's kind of it. Some of the banks are up. Netflix is up. But I mean, some of the more important weights are definitely struggling. If Meta and Microsoft had any support to the upside right now, these would probably be the best two to be looking at right now. Maybe even Amazon with how it was trying. But we'll see though. So target is PML. Previous day midpoint, one con as well. Oh, okay, good. No, that's good, Carter. I like that. Test yourself. Alright, here we go. It finally popped up. Let's go. So it says, moving the market, losses in mega cap names, limiting index performance. That's literally what I just said. Digesting the July CPI report, which was in line with the market expectations. And then the other day we had, sorry, I just punched my mic. The other day we had PPI, then we had CPI. Treasury market exhibiting choppy action after inflation data. Doi. Alright, well that doesn't hurt us. Good. Damn, AMD got a little worse. Would it be foolish of me to sell my shorts here to take care of my dog? I mean, that's up to you, man. If you gotta take care of your dog, that's up to you. I don't know how long you're gonna be away. Alright. I mean, at least you're not selling when it wasn't going down, so that's good. It's going down right now as you're selling your puts, so... But yeah, take care of your dog. If you don't want to have to think about your trade while you're gone, I don't blame you. Oh, yeah, bro. Yeah, take care of your dog. Hopefully the dog feels better soon. Yeah, I don't blame you for stepping away on that one. Valdora's schizophrenic. He doesn't even have a dog. He's that excited about his trade that this dog suddenly appeared. No, I'm kidding. That sounded evil. Like, your dog doesn't exist. Alright, we got a little bit of a pullback there. I think some of you who are in shorts already are probably liking that. But you could definitely see we're going to be fighting each of these higher lows on our way down to the 539.50s, if that is even happening. But so far, it looks like it's almost inevitable. So we have a couple higher lows to get past. We'll see if we can crack under each of those. If so, we'll definitely be reaching 539.50. But if at any of those higher lows, remember, because we are kind of on an impulse buy on the daily time frame right now when you zoom out. Let's do that right now. You'll see that we are definitely holding to the upside. So it's not really fair to say that this should fall heavily. Like, it could, but it's on such a strong impulse move that it's not fair to say that. So again, let's use our recent context to tell ourselves what is definitely possible and what's not as realistic. So this could just end up being a reset candle today. But in the chances of this being an outside bar and it just does give us a dump, you know, we have clear levels to look for. So let's not freak out and whatever. But in my opinion, we have finally reached a point of the chart where shorts finally have a realistic point of view. You know, I think when people were starting to short here, like, yeah, they probably did make money, and I get why they got trapped here because it's a pretty strong candle. But they hit such a historical low, historical support, sorry, not low, that they ended up giving such a strong impulse move that it's not really fair to say that this should dump instantly in a couple days. Like, that's not realistic. It's not really realistic that this will come back down that fast. So they finally reached a point of their chart, though, where they can give some short-term rejection. So that's at least a good sign for some sellers, I guess. But there's very clear levels for a breakdown, and you can see the zone here on the daily time frame. It's not under it. It's sitting above it right now. But we'll see. You know, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but we can just go over different things based on levels we have and what's happened recently. Which, again, you know, we're coming off the tail end of a lot of selling, reversed by a lot of, you know, very short-term buying. It was a very strong reversal. So just got to be careful. So it's okay. I guess what I'm trying to say is it's okay for a couple days to be not as exciting. I think this week I would, like I said on Monday. You can go back and check me. But I said on Monday, I would rather us have more not as exciting days this week where there is going to be that whole BS data coming out. Whereas the end of this week and next week, they don't really have that same excuse. You know, there is a little bit of news, but they don't have the same excuse where very important, critical economic data is coming out every day. That's not happening next week. So I'm definitely excited because I think, if anything, this is setting up the exciting moves. Because if this is what a not as exciting week looks like, that's a very good sign. Because we got a lot of movements this week. You go to the daily chart, you're like, it's nothing crazy. But we are holding above a pretty good area. This is why I love to do that whole zoom out, you know, aspect. You know, after 30 minutes of the day, after a couple hours in the day, just to keep reminding myself, where are we really? You know, so us pulling back here, if you're someone who zoomed in on the 1 or the 5 minute like we have been this morning, you would think, oh my god, we're dumping to the lows. But on the other end of the chart, when you zoom out to the daily time frame, now you're like, oh, hold up, there's a big support here. So that's why it's good to get both looks at the chart. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to click that. Here we go. And this is why we're focused on those higher lows right now, because these are just good intraday barriers, I guess we could look at them as, for us to reach that next level. So definitely keeping our eyes on those. Let's check on some of these other tickers. I know some of them kept selling. I know some of them found a little bit of support, like here on Nvidia, and are trying to just consolidate. This is a pretty good higher low so far for them. AMD finally reaching that bigger area, so hopefully the selling is done for them, and then Nvidia can work together and try to work back up. But if not, we know what levels they can sell a lot more under. You can see 137.60s, 138.20s here on AMD, and 113.90s on Nvidia. Apple looking a little better too. Retaking the open. They are just under previous day highs. Amazon still sitting at that little bit of a shoulder kind of level at 169.70. That ends up cracking, that's definitely going to be pulling back more. But so far, a good hold. Tesla at the exact same kind of level as Amazon right now. They have a couple little shoulder levels from previous day. You have one right here, you got one right here, and they're right at that next one. Meta finally lost previous day high, but they're in the exact same spot as the tickers that are holding on the higher end of their chart right now. You can see here this on Microsoft too. Holding previous day close. Meta is trying to hold really the 528s. It does look a little ugly, but I like that it's still holding towards the top part of their chart, whereas a lot of these other charts are kind of on the lower end. So if we get any combined effort push in the market, again, remember Meta, Microsoft, even Amazon, honestly, I still like the positioning of that one. Banks are still just, well, I shouldn't say banks. JPM's doing well. IWM's at a pretty important level at 206 again. Pretty good selling on the IWM chart, though, today. I think IWM got the movement that some of the SPY shorts were probably looking for. Alright, well, we have some more context on the daily time frame. We have some context on other individual equities in the market. So now we can go back to SPY and just kind of chill and watch and see what's going to happen now. You too, Valdora. Have a great rest of your day, man. Yo, what's up, Kevo? My bad, I just now checked that chat. Oh, I'm not that late, never mind. Good morning, man. Sorry, I've just been taking the stream super serious this week. I've been talking my head off every time I come in here, but I really am trying to be as focused as I can be and try to help everybody just kind of see the levels for how they should be. And just also letting people know, you know, not every day is going to be the greatest of days. And it's kind of cool because we really are trying to trade the same setups every day, but you get different variations of them. So it can be really fun. Round of applause for Valdora. You guys can check the Result and Review channel. And Linwood, we talked about that one earlier. But if you go to Results and Review channel in Discord, really cool breakdowns of some 40% entries by some of the members in chat. Good stuff, guys. Not the easiest entry. They all made that light work today. If you guys are in Discord, definitely be sure to check out the Levels channel. And just give me your opinion. Do you guys like that kind of watch list? Do you want me to add anything else to it? Are there tickers you want to start seeing more on that kind of watch list? Because I am going to be posting that more often. So let me know. I can't believe I used to post like that every day for years on end. But honestly, I got kind of unmotivated for a bit to post like that because it wasn't really like, oh, I don't think people are paying attention. It wasn't even like that kind of thing. I think everybody loved the watch list. It was just like, I don't know, it felt like so repetitive I would get on and just start typing without even looking at the chart sometimes. I'd be like, oh, this is the next level, this is the next level, this is the stop loss, this is the target, this is the breakout level. And it got really old to where, like, I just wanted to only do it in stream. So that's why I started streaming so heavily, because I was really tired of typing watch list. And streaming, you can basically do all of that without having to type so much. Because I can talk about it live, I can go over things on the move. And that's a little bit more accurate, because it's not really fair to tell people like, look guys, follow the watch list, it's so easy, because it's not as easy as that. You know, sometimes the levels don't work as well as you want them to, because maybe that day is a little more indecisive, or maybe you're not getting the volume that you need, or maybe what you're seeing is a fake out, you know, whatever it may be. We don't know in that moment, of course, but it's not as easy to follow with. But the levels are good to kind of have just as a parameter, kind of a starting point. But you do need to understand the order of operations, you know, the context of things, what has happened recently, what's happening now. This will give you good forward thinking. Also, past experiences, that'll give you good forward thinking as well, because you're able to understand, you know, oh, I've seen this before. If it breaks this, this is a single candle. If it does that, it's this. You know, you're able to understand what you're looking at a little bit better. So there's a lot of things that go into it. You know, doing the right thing at the right time, getting that timing, I guess. That's a very hard thing to do. And you're not going to get it every day. That's another big thing, too, that I think it's hard for, me included, it's hard for people to grasp. You're not going to get that checking every day. That timing every day. And it's going to throw you off. That's why you got to be patient. You got to try to follow the same routine you follow every day. Be prepared. Be rested a little bit. Don't just be getting on here with 2 hours of sleep thinking you can kill it. Unless you're just, you know, a main character, then go ahead. Do not look at XOM. Checks XOM the next second. Yeah, we gotta play some Counter-Strike today, Daffy. I was kind of excited when you messaged me, but I had a full party and shit yesterday. Valdora tagged me in the pets channel, and he sent a picture of his dog, and he said, I promise he's real, with the sad face. Smiling face with tear. That's funny. Oh, you're down. It looks like it's still chilling in the same area, though. So, not totally screwed yet. ... In quotations, yet. Oh, my bad. I totally forgot what I just said. He said M down. I'm like, oh, his position's down. Damn, you suck. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Uh-oh. I was gonna say, that number is a lot bigger than the number I saw earlier. I think Tesla's down more. I remember 5.7 in my head, and that dropped more. Alright, let's check Amazon, too, because I like to check the other weights, too, whenever Tesla does that. Not other weights, I mean other discretionary weights, that is. Like Home Depot, Amazon. I would say McDonald's, but they're a different kind of stock. I would say this stock is a different breed. McDonald's just isn't like the rest of the market. What's my baby doing? I haven't looked at her in a bit. Oh. Wait, this is perfect. I forgot about her for the perfect amount of time. Alright, so tomorrow morning is earnings for this. Good. Please do not come out with some crazy AI news, and please don't start at like 400. I would love to be in swings on this chart. Please do not do that to me. But I do not want to enter before earnings, because that would be stupid. Unless it does just get some crazy move. Coming up on an hour in the stream and on the market as well. How is everyone doing so far in Discord and YouTube? Hopefully you guys aren't bouncing around too much. Market seemed a little bit clear for the breakdown up until we've reached this point. Us getting this little bit of a bounce after this inside bar, a little bit of a move up, definitely tells us there's a little bit of upward pressure here, and it's okay because there are already higher lows right here. So this is really just following in line with trend, but nice to see that we were able to get at least a little bit of a breakdown. I like it when we get movement for both sides, not just straight up upside or straight up downside. I like when one kind of, it's like cocking the gun. It's like pulling it back and then it like launches it. So, and it doesn't have to launch. It could also reject here, break back down under the higher lows, and be a lot of really good liquidity for some breakdown to the downside. But not bad movement today. I can't complain. Like I said, the first maybe like 40 minutes, very clear of where we were most likely headed, but these last 15 minutes have definitely been a little bit more of a struggle for the chart. But we are still under really good levels for more downside most likely. But just pointing that out, that we are holding higher lows. Another one's appearing right here where we just stopped. Crude oil news, 1 minute and counting. Good call out by Eric. Here in 30 seconds, crude oil news coming out. So might see some movement on some of those energy tickers, might even see some movement on SPY. Good update, Eric. You're really good about helping the rest of us out with news, because I swear I've been bad about that lately. I've honestly gotten to the point where I'm just like, screw it, let the news come out. Like, good morning, D-Touch. Good to see you. What happened to our siren? Here it is. This is what I need to be doing. I just realized my computer says 9:29 a.m. But it is 9:30 and 30 seconds in right now. And I know that, yeah, my computer is off by like 34 seconds. That's crazy. I don't even know how that's possible. The Thinkorswim time does not lie. Alright, let's check those energy tickers, see if anything exciting happened. A little bit of both. CVX is all over the place this morning. ET's doing good. And Oxy. These are really the only 4 tickers I really check. Sunoco's alright. I like their dividends more than I like their actual price action. Alright, looks like we are still getting some rejection here. This is definitely the spot to do that. Especially after potentially forming another higher low. So, we're really just looking to break some sort of trend here. Because it is just an uptrend right now. Even with today's breakdown. So we're looking to see, can we just break this little bit of a higher low right here and really start off breaking any kind of trend, which would be good because then you could work towards this one, you could work towards this one. If those both break, we're definitely going to be in the 539 range. And then that would be about almost a $4 to $5 move in the day already. So that wouldn't be bad. Good morning, everyone. Just sitting and listening. Mental trades with you guys today. Awesome job, Chuck. I love the discipline, man. A lot of you guys have honestly been displaying really good discipline and maturity, just managing your trades better or not sitting in them as long, not lying to yourself. I love when you guys are like, you know what? I'm up 25%. I don't really care if it legs down again. Let me just take it here. And then lately, a lot of the times, it hasn't been moving a lot more. It has just been kind of sitting to the right or moving back up, and you made the right decision. And it's because when you have that many contracts, you know, you gotta trim some of them, you know. Nice. It looks like the rejection is gonna still hold up. Got a really nice quick move there. But like I said, can we get a breakdown of that little bit of a higher low right here? That would definitely add on to this potential downside pressure. 539 range would be hit very quickly. Kevo. He said, break 54.23 for me, please. Yeah, if you can get the 54.20s just in general to break, you're looking good on this chart. At least till the next level. Level to level TA. And we are getting a little bit of a break now, finally. I know some of you guys who have been sitting in shorts this morning are definitely happy about that. Daffy just said Apple is flushing a little bit more. That's a very good sign for the market. It looks like Microsoft did give up more space. Meta gave up more space. And that's the two that were looking the best. So I can only assume the rest look even worse. Amazon breaking a support. AMD moving a little lower. Nvidia flushing a little bit more. And these combined effort pushes to the downside is giving us this nice, exciting candle on SPY. Good job, Kevo. He called out his trade in chat. I saw a few people call out downside. I've been talking about downside this morning, making aware of the potential hold here, but they're not holding now. They're even testing and breaking the next one, and they're testing the third right here. If they break this in a single candle, this is most likely hitting 539.50 very quickly, just like we talked about. And nice, we got to see the levels work out very well in real time. And we didn't have to wait 2 hours. It's only an hour in the day. Definitely don't be greedy. If you guys have multiple contracts, based on the system, you should definitely be trimming most of them. But great job, everybody. Let's go, Kevo. Bananas, as Valdora put it. Very nice, clean rejection of the 542 level. I'm just posting in chat. Kevo, I'm coming back for my money. Take your money and run. IWM huge moves today too. I mean, we got to remember too, they were already making this exciting move before a lot of the market today. So my IWM traders, they were definitely eating in the first 40 minutes. I guess SPY and them did the exact same thing. First 40 minutes of the day was just good. And then now we're getting the secondary move. Netflix holding strong. Tesla breaking down a lot more. That one definitely had the craziest amount of movement besides Nvidia from the open. I mean, they opened it like, what? 207.50s. That's crazy. That's a lot of movement. A little over an hour, and this thing has already moved over $7. $7.50. Meta flushing after losing that previous day high. Same thing for Microsoft. That's just a good sign, though. You know, if you see multiple weights in the market doing that, that should give you confidence. And if it doesn't, then you just need to review your sectors more and understand what ticker belongs to what sector and understand that. But I really would just focus on the top 3 or 4 sectors and then focus on their top 3 or 4 weights. So you're really not making a watch list of that many. But it's just good to track the strength of the market. Because if you have like 8 things screaming at you that they're breaking down under a certain level, then I almost promise you SPY is already doing that. I'm not going to promise you, but, you know, you guys know how the weights work. Well, most of you. AMD had a good spot. Maybe they can get some... oh, there it is, buy reaction. But this is the previous day open. It's also where they held up last time, where they gapped up. This is kind of like gapping over a previous day high and holding up and never getting the retest. The only retest they really had, if you go from the break of the high of this level to the high of that first move, is they were holding a midterm retest yesterday. They just rejected away from that, and now they're kind of stuck between 2 important areas. So if you want to leave this mark, be my guest, but I've just kind of been going off of this low right here because I didn't want to have to leave more stuff on my chart. I really like to keep it as clean as I can. Plus, you should remember that, you know, if you're looking at your previous day and there's like an up move and then there's like a little bit of a consolidation, there's a clear level right there that you don't have to mark, but that you should definitely remember. You know, it's notable. So you can see AMD's kind of stuck between those 2 areas. But a lot of charts have that right now because we had that gap up, we had that higher low trend yesterday. So if we have any kind of moves to the downside, you definitely just want to watch those higher lows. It's super, super simple to remember. And same thing for upside. You know, if we've had a lot of really good downside, right, and we're holding base and breaking back up, a lot of the time we're just focused on the top of the higher, sorry, not higher lows, the lower highs as that downtrend was occurring. So it's just easy to remember the like eaves and the mountaintops or whatever you want to call it. So if you ever get lost in the levels, just remember, just look close left. Close left will almost always help you. In some cases it will not, though. It'll just be as indecisive. Let's just sit here on SPY for a little bit, see what's going to happen. If you guys have any comments or updates, definitely be sure to let us know. Another good rep. I see you, Matty Clams. I almost said ice. But every time I see that profile pic... I need to get back on Photoshop, honestly. I was doing pretty good with a lot of those little images. Make some more custom logos or something. Four more minutes, not the best candle for bears with that long lower wick. That's D-Touch's post on SPY in the trade floor. Very nice. Kevo's also got one here. Still under PML here. Strong level here, though. So it looks like everybody's seeing the same thing. Good stuff, guys. Torture. Today is the last day of my 3-week mental trading journey. Damn, you should do like a summary post or something. What you learned about yourself, or what you learned about the system that you're trying to trade, or just anything. Really note anything. How were the results, or how did you do? What do you think you worked on? What do you think is still left for you to work on? You know, what else is out there? All kinds of things you could ask yourself. I was thinking about... Yeah, you definitely should, bro. Because that'd be really cool to hear from any level of trader. Honestly, an experienced trader, someone who's very new. I think any level of trader would read that and be like, oh, wow. It might even make them think about something. Oh, you don't even have to do it today. You could do it whenever you want. I was just saying, if you wanted to, you could definitely think about that. Especially while it's fresh on your mind, since you're just now completing it. But good stuff, man. I didn't even realize it was that long. But really good job, seriously. That's kind of a cool thing to kind of discipline yourself with. Maybe we could even try that as like a group or something. We could do like a a mental trading journey and then move it into doing like confident plays following that exact setup or that exact routine or whatever. Kind of like what we do now, basically, but as a group. But very nice, very nice. What's up, Vanessa? Good to see you. We've gone over a lot this morning. I mean, honestly, I guess this whole week we've gone over a lot. I still need to cut up one of the things from yesterday's video, but I went back into the stream and I couldn't even remember what I was wanting to cut. My brain was like melting. I forgot, one of you told me to cut a part of the stream from yesterday, and then I went to go do it, and I could not find what I was looking for. I need to start timestamping the stream while I'm streaming so I can remember what I'm doing when I go back. Because it is kind of hard to remember. Pretty nice recovery move here in the last 15, almost 15 minutes. And here we are, back at 542 again. We saw how it reacted the first time, saw the second time. How will the third time fare? Brain melting from the Texas heat. This might be a retest of previous day close on SPY. Good call out by Daffy. Linwood asks, was looking for a BTD play on the last 15 minutes. I don't see a clear entry. Is there one? I don't see one here on the 5 minute. It wouldn't really have been fair to just randomly buy this higher low when we just saw the first two get completely wiped out by this one candle. So it wouldn't really have been fair to be like, yeah, buy this higher low randomly. I would have been looking in this area, honestly. Didn't reach it. Here on the 1 minute, though, we can zoom in. Let's see if we got any kind of BTD price action based on the rules of how it's supposed to work. I do not see a clear entry on BTD, which stands for buy the dip. If you're using the buy the dip rules based on how I come up with it, I don't see a clear entry. I mean, you maybe could have said this, but you would have had to have drawn this fib, and I don't know what would have got you to draw that. Because again, we just had that huge breakdown that broke two higher lows. I think the only thing that could have maybe got you into longs here would be the fact that if you go to the 1 minute, it retook this, and that's where it retested. But I don't know, that'd be like guessing basically. Because then you're having to deal with the uncertainty of like, well, what if I just did nothing between here while I'm in my calls, you know? But no, I do not see a clear one in the last 15 minutes. Unless you just had like a plan, you know, at like the beginning of the day, you're like, if it ever dips down to here, I'm buying calls, you know, then that would have been a great spot. But that's kind of hard to plan for that exact scenario. It's not as high probability as the other scenarios, you know, like a breakdown of previous day close. That's going to happen a lot more often than not than going down to whatever you want to label this as, you know, the first high or low. So, no, I do not see a clear one. But it is a very nice recovery, though, so far. Still not over amazing levels yet, but we're back at them again, which, you know, remember 15 minutes ago, it looked like we were just going to keep falling. And it's okay if there's not a clear entry. That's totally fine. Yo, thank you, Sherman. He's kind of re-showing everybody what AMD did based on the watch list levels today. Very nice. Like I said, if anybody has other tickers they want me to put on that list, I'll put them on there if I can make them work. I try to check their options chain first. I just honestly look for most active options chains, and then I just focus on that. I don't really care about what option itself is actually the most active. I'm just looking for the tickers that have a lot of eyes on it. Which I think most of you are probably good at also looking at. I don't think you guys have ever linked to me a stock and I'm like, dude, this has no volume. Dude, this stock doesn't exist anymore. Can I add FB to the list? That's funny because we just watched a swing trading video the other day and it was over FB and I was like, wow, the good old days. When Meta was a 2-letter ticker. All right, guys, look at that close in that very last candle. Do you see this 4th green candle in a row? I don't really care about the number of candles in a row, but very important that this closed back over the previous day close, and just like this candle, also closing back above kind of the bottom of this what was a supply. So got a seller reaction from supply, very normal, but this reaction is very strong. So all that's really in their way now is open and then the top of that at about 543.50. Yeah, very, very strong. Let's check some of these other individuals Nvidia back above a very important area, just like we saw in SPY, 116.44 for them. AMD, good recovery, but not really retaking a whole lot, just holding on to 137.60, 138.20s. Tesla back to that important 201.92 level. Meta and Microsoft doing pretty well with their bounce as well with the rest of the market. Good call out by Kevo in the trade floor. I was just about to say as I clicked over to SPY. CDO is kind of the level to watch right now for more upside if it even happens. So current day open, previous day close. Still very important levels to be watching right now. They're like, ha ha ha, we gave y'all 40 minutes of good price action. Now we're going to make it go up. It'd be even funnier if literally from here they just settle here for 4 hours. Just kidding, that wouldn't be funny at all. But it wouldn't surprise me. Let's see here. Might give us a chance over this today's open and might actually see 544.50s, maybe even 545s. Alright, SPY still just breaking up to the upside. This is probably because of how many shorts are trapped here that this is just rising continuously. And this does tie back into what we talked about yesterday about liquidity grabs and just, again, creating that energy, if that makes sense. Oh wait, that was what I was wanting to cut out of that video. I just reminded myself. The liquidity grab conversation. See, talking things out does help. AMD at a pretty good spot as well. They're rejecting 140.15. Apple back above previous day highs. Tesla also rejecting 201.90s again. Meta in a really good spot just underneath previous day high. And Microsoft also back above previous day high, just like Apple. So some of our bigger weights are back in good spots of the chart. D-Touch. We meet again, CDO. I swear, I spell the word preparation wrong every time. If I was in a spelling bee and preparation was my word, I would be down and out. Good timing with preparation. Excuse me. Finally, the first red candle to appear, and it's just under CDO, of course. 30 minutes of sheer buying, eliminating every bit of dip that we pretty much saw today. It's wild. It's funny, too, because I was like, guys, we've gotten pretty good movement. It's okay if nothing happens the rest of the day, and then this happens. Yeah, hour and a half into the day, not bad movement. Remember, you gotta remember, we literally started at 542.88. We made it all the way down to 540.20s, and now we're back to where we were. So decent movement the first hour and a half of the day, even if, you know, position wise we haven't gone anywhere, because again we are kind of just back where we started. Apple continuing the strength. Starting to see, I don't even want to say it yet. I don't want to say higher lows and anything on those yet. Those are still struggling. Meta not doing too bad. Microsoft holding pretty well. Nice little bounce there from Netflix at that 653.16 level. SPX not looking too bad as they're retaking and holding their higher level that we have here from the previous day high. Of course, we have today's open right above their head. Next levels for that chart though are 54.73 and 54.87 if this upside does continue. Like a fast move to juice up the cons. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Now we're talking about same days. I didn't know what y'all were talking about in trade floor. Yo, YouTube, what the hell? Sand$, thank you, bro. He gave a $4 donation with Russian coffee again. Gifted 1 Bueller Trading membership. Thank you, bro. Let's see who got it this time. Wait. Oh, it went to Mansion and Ben. I was reading that backwards. I thought it said Sand$ was gifted a membership by Sand$. I was like, damn, you're a real one. Got yourself one. He said, Mansion, you've been beeped. This IWM is so cool right now. Let me go back. Damn, they didn't get much of that reaction. Yeah, small caps a lot of the time will react late to bounces, because it looks like it was a lot of the heavier weights causing SPY to move. So the small caps, hence IWM, looks like they didn't get much love from this bounce so far, but maybe they get a laggard move into lunchtime or end of day maybe. If, of course, SPY... almost lost my voice. If, of course, SPY is still moving up or has good positive momentum, maybe this becomes a laggard intraday. But it doesn't have to. Carter, I felt that comment. This range is awesome. SPY rejecting open and bouncing on yesterday's high. Good call out, Dr. J. What's up, Elisa? How you doing? SPY, what did you say? 542.70 have a weekly emerging. Perhaps why it's a slowdown right now. Okay, so there's a big barrier here. Yeah, I believe I drew this from the. Oh, what? Yeah, this is the this is a 5-minute zone. I just zoomed out and had to go really far back to get them. But this was the latest high we were dealing with. We've got kind of like a mid one here, and then we got a really big high over here as well. But yeah, pretty cool. And here, look, I'll show you guys this. We don't have to keep this added, but this is a cool little zone here. So normally the rule is to go from the top of the last red candle to the open of the last green. But because we have today's, or not today's, but this current day open, we're just going to make this the zone, not this big ass green candle, just so it's not as annoyingly hard to look at. Let me zoom this over to the far right so we could see it at today's price action and a couple, past couple days price action. Okay, it's that one. I had to make sure. You can see it was a huge resistance, and then it became the area where they jumped up and held as support before moving up. So, I mean, we're not using it anymore, but it's just cool that that's how much they use that one zone. And it was just a random previous day high. That's all it was. It was just the high of a day, and that's how we draw our supply. And if you guys haven't seen that video, by the way, please tell me if you haven't. I will link you personally. But just drawing that supply of previous day high and then the demand of the previous day low, and kind of doing that like day to day to day to day to day, and like the rule of if it is ruined, then you delete it. It doesn't need to stay on your chart, right? So if, let's say like this day, or I'm sorry, today, let's say if today fell all the way here, made their low of day right here, and then closed right here. Well, now I can delete this because now the zone needs to go here, not here. And so just doing that day to day, oh, whoops, I almost deleted the wrong thing. But doing that day to day has been very helpful in future price action. Maybe not that next day, maybe not even that week, but later on down the road, it does end up becoming very, very helpful. And I've noticed too, and I'm glad Eric pointed this out, a lot of the time it lines up with weekly emerging candles, sometimes even monthly emerging candles, which is really crazy because we're literally just drawing these on the 5-minute time frame. But they end up becoming pretty important barriers of support and resistance, so. Good sector post by Daffy on the trade floor too, just kind of reminding us what's up, what's down, how is everything doing. And they are just chilling into this current day open still. It's like they're calming down before they pop it and rip up to 544.50s. Now, a loss of this little 542 area underneath again, that would be your invalidation for what could be a bullish move. You could also just be patient and wait to actually see the bullish move appear first and see if you can get a retest off of it. But in my opinion, if this does end up breaking, I don't think you're going to get a great retest. I think it is just going to go smack 544.50. If it does break the high, of course. Giving myself that condition, because again, we don't know that it's going to keep ripping. So give yourself that condition. So if it does break something, you can 100% be bullish or 100% be bearish. You know, give yourself that decisive approach. And thanks guys for over 20 likes on today's stream. We've had a little over 80 people click on today's stream. Very helpful. I figured today was going to be a little slow, just because it's the middle of the week. This is just about that time of the week when everyone starts slowing down a little bit, just because, I mean, it's the middle of the week, you know, we just got past the hardest part of the week, you know, Monday and Tuesday, and we're about to approach the most exciting part of the week, Thursday and Friday. So I definitely don't blame people for being a little slow on Wednesdays. I feel like Wednesday has become the new Monday. This is, bro, I'm slowing down every day. Yeah, but you got like 100 things going on, so you're moving at like the speed of light right now. So you might say things are slow, but you're moving at the speed of light. Yo, Carter, we should start posting our IWM levels together in that premium part of chat if you want. Just to compare and contrast a lot more. Just because you're one of the guys in here who really likes IWM, and I really like IWM as well. You said 477, 547.50? We'll see if we get that far. I did say that though yesterday, when I was a little surprised with yesterday's price action. Let me zoom in, I'm looking at the wrong day. So when this happened yesterday, and we had a higher open, and we were watching that retest, I was saying 540 is very possible. I said 542, I'd be a little shocked to see. And then what do you know, end of day, we were hitting it with multiple candles. We were resting under it even before end of day, so that was pretty crazy. So yeah, I can't sit here and be like, no, it's definitely impossible, because it really could. If it gets the right move at the right time, with enough time in the day, it definitely could do what it wants. Bet. Yeah, that'd be fun. And then Jackie said, nothing feels like it's getting done, but I stop, I look back on the week, and so much has actually been done. I was gonna say, man, you're moving at the speed of light. You're doing a lot at the same time, so it might not feel like it, but you just gotta remember, you got like 50 fronts, and you know you're kind of attacking all of them at the same time. So it might feel slow, but you're getting a lot done, dude. Which that's got to be a little bit of a relief to yourself, you know? All your hard work's not just going to nothing. And you got a pretty kick-ass sign. I did see your sign. I know I didn't comment in the chat, but that was a pretty insanely cool sign, if I do say so myself. If you guys haven't seen already, I think you posted that in Off Topic, right, Jack? Or was that in Trade Floor? You might have to repost it, but people are flowing into the door now, too. Nice. Yeah, no, that was a cool sign. Like, honestly, if I was driving by that, I would look at that for a half second and be like, oh, wow. The trader and all of us would be like, oh my god, that's a bull. Yeah, great job, man. I'm really happy for you. I know how much pain and stress you went through to get to this point. But look at you now. Nothing can touch you. Well, except you. Of course, you could mess everything up, but you're not going to do that. And we are still, I know I keep saying this, we are still chilling to battle this current day open. It looks really good. It looks like it wants to. Based on candlesticks. Again, guys, I cannot stress candlestick patterns. Please reach out to me. Please reach out to Leland. Please tag us in the trade floor. Something. If you do not have the candlestick handbook guide that Leland made himself. A long time ago, I have a huge breakdown of like all these different concepts and how you should actually trade candlestick patterns. And there's even still some of this really old information inside of the Discord in the educational section. But he took all of this and everything he knew as well and put it into the, honestly, the best, most in-depth, broken down candlestick book or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what to call it ever. And it's like not even really that long. It's a good PDF. I think I did a stream with Lifetime and it only took us like an hour or hour and a half to get through it. And we were slowing down talking about each example and stuff. So, but I really do hope some of you guys take that serious because it is so helpful for bigger time frames, for smaller time, like even right now, you know, if you're not able to pick up on different, I mean, there's not a whole lot going on right here, but just able to call out different candlestick patterns and, you know, just the different ones we've learned, it gives you more confidence in what you're looking at. You get more information on what you're looking. It's not just, oh, a green candle closing over a good level. No, now you're like, oh, there's a nice little hammer appearing here. You know, you're able to say, oh, well, they had a bottom wick they tried to hold, and when they broke back down, then they had some top wicks that showed to me that they wanted to try to move down. You know, but you wouldn't know that otherwise. So definitely reach out if you do not have that handbook. It's free, and literally anybody could have it if you've never been here before in your life. That was the whole point of us making this thing, is anyone can have it. But I hope some of you go back through that. I know time and time again I go back through it and just kind of review it, even though I know the candlesticks and some of the information I even came up with is in there. But it's still just so important to just, honestly, over time, just go over that stuff here and there. It's very, very important. How long did we even drop that? I'm like trying to find it now. It's actually kind of old now. Time flies. Salted caramel monster, dude. Find God, please. Oh, it is there. Thank you, Candace. That's got to be one of the few times someone has ever, besides Leland, found something before me. Okay, there it is. Damn, it's been a little over 2 months since that was posted. That's crazy. Yeah, that's definitely one of the best, honestly, pieces of whatever information. Look at this chat. Off topic. And then he put bro pinged everyone. But this is his sign. Didn't it look good? Here, let me... Oh, the whole thing is yours. This one too. Nice. If we don't have it, we will find it. No bull. No bull auto parts. Bro, that is such a tough logo. Who made this logo for you? Like, who came up with most of this? For YouTube advertisement? Yeah, man. I pull hard in the Canada crowd. I got you, dog. By the way, new high of day on SPY. They did finally surpass not just today's open, but today's recent high. They're making a new high of day right now. Yeah, whoever made that logo, dude, genius. I think the logo is genius. Everything about it. The slogan, the logo. It looks like an already a super established auto parts store already. Like the logo. Oh, it was your wife and your buddy's girlfriend? Well, good, dude. That was a really, really awesome logo. I think the sign's great. JD, if you go to the Discord, if you go to trade floor, I just kind of replied to that message that's pinned. It's pinned to the trade floor though, but I just did 3 carrot tops to it. You can also, if you're on YouTube, I believe. Let me double check this. We'll double check it together. I'm pretty sure I posted it here as well because it's free for everybody. Oh wait, 2 months ago. I'm like over here looking at month ago post. No way I didn't post it here. I didn't post it here? What? Maybe I posted in the membership thing. I had to have, right? No way. What? Okay, it's not on YouTube. Okay. I guess we only posted the PDF because it's a PDF on Discord, but I could have swore I posted the link somewhere. But yeah, it's a PDF in the trade floor. Free for everybody. You just literally go to the trade floor here. You don't even have to have a membership to see this channel. Jump to oh, I didn't mean to do that. But you go to this little pinned message button here, and it's the second one. I put something afterwards later, but Candlestick Handbook. You click jump, it takes you to it. You can also cheat and just use my message. You can actually click these replies. These are just replies. People are just replying to their message. You know, I could reply to this and type to it, blah blah blah. But you can actually click the message you're replying to, and it'll jump you to it as well. Sometimes it bugs out, and it only takes you halfway, or it takes you just under it. So if you ever get that bug or that ever occurs, just go back to the beginning again and click it again. Sometimes it takes you right back to it the second time. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is definitely one of the best posts that's ever been made in chat. Actually, let me re-download it. And just for a quick look, this is what it's going to look like. Get a little intro to it. And again, this was 100% made by Leland, so shout out to Leland. He works very hard on this, and I don't even think he once put his name in here. Yeah, he didn't. He just spammed my Discord link. What a real one. But yeah, let me go back to the top. Where's the list at? I know there's a list at the beginning. Here we go. Table of contents, and if you're on a desktop, I'm pretty sure this works on the phone too if you have it like on a browser link thing. But you can actually click, you know, the links and it takes you straight to whatever you want to look at. So if you're on here, it's really easy. But these are just an example of the most important candlestick patterns that we personally focus on. There are, of course, other ones that we don't really talk about as much, but they definitely exist. But these are just what we personally agreed upon being the most important ones. So we just like to focus on these so we don't hammer ourselves with like a billion pages of info. You can see even just that many, we still have 36 pages of, super in-depth info. I also want to add too, he worked very hard on this. He wouldn't, on some of these examples, he wouldn't just go over, a kicker, bullish or bearish kicker. He'll go over the general concept of them first. Engulfings, kickers, he goes over the general concept of stuff first, then he breaks it down further, and even shows you the difference between a bullish and bearish version of that concept. And that's again how we get, bearish and bullish candlesticks. Of course, one of his favorites are almost always going to always be the inside and outside bar. But definitely check out the rest. There's a lot of info in here. It's not just bigger time frame info too. I think a lot of people hear me say swing trading and patterns and candlestick patterns, and they think, oh, bigger time frames. But it's also for day trading and for recognizing information on smaller time frames. If you're rejecting a good level with a good pattern, that's a higher probability that it's bearish, and vice versa. So it's just very important, and I think this is really good info just for anybody who uses any level of strategy or, any kind of indicator, any kind of system they have. Jesus, what is going on? Oh, SPY's going up. I just started seeing huge percentages in here. I'm like, what the hell? Because of fires in here. I always like to support the gang. Everybody, when they do a good job, man, you always got to give that positive reinforcement. You don't want to give them too much hype, but it's good to give people that pat on the back, because you got to remember, we're all fighting the same market. And sometimes it can stress people out. Damn, Vanessa, 125% and out. I look away and everybody's just destroying it. The market's quick. He's talking about candlestick patterns. Let's go up more. Actually, Detox just posted a daily time frame pattern on SPY just now from the other day. Pretty good looks on SPY. SPX getting a nice move as well. They are hitting 54.50 with 54.70s further above. Tesla still struggling. Amazon still kind of just in range, not really struggling. Apple's doing great. AMD's recovering very well. Nvidia recovered pretty well. We also saw Meta and Microsoft doing pretty well earlier on. These are kind of the two that we thought were going to do the best today. They seem to be doing all right. JPM still continuing its strength from earlier today. Netflix, very good continuation of that bounce we saw earlier. Bank of America finally joining the banks in their positive move. Oh, that's SPX. So I'll go back to SPY. Give yourself some credit too, Vanessa. You did very well in that. Good job breaking that down for yourself and kind of sticking with it, not letting any emotions get to you. And I'm really happy to see a good move had some follow through there for you, because that is really what you need when you're trading those types of contracts. You have to have a quick move right then and there, or within, the next few candles. Can't be too much, but good stuff, seriously. Huge trade by Noxta. Huge trade by Daffy, Vanessa. Couple good reps by a few of the people in here just before a lot of those moves too. So that was nice to see. Damn. Member for 18 months, Jack. He said appreciate all the love. That's a long ass time. A year and a half. No problem, JD. Sand dollar. Day traders or day raiders. What's up, Sand Dollar? Where are you at in this world? Where are you at today? Are you home or are you traveling? Sand Dollar is essentially Indiana Jones. New high of day again, consecutively for 4 candles in a row. Or sorry, 3 candles in a row. So you're in San Diego. Good stuff, man. HP was just a day. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I was seeing how you doing. I know you live in that CEO life. Damn, we got some really good movement today. I was already complimenting the movement. We got some more. It's really good, too, because it's not even 11 yet. We're still 19 minutes away. Which, if it doesn't top out now, it'll probably do it in about an hour and 19 minutes from now. So, if you're going to get any more ripping, it's probably going to be very soon. Yeah, great movement today. 543 down to basically 540. Now we're back up to 544. I'd also like to point out that we are above all 3 of the EMAs that we track. The 9, the 21, and the 55 with our little icon up here. If you see it right here, 9, 21, 55. And I honestly mainly just focus on this one because I like to use this as kind of a point of normality. So if we ever sell off, like, you know, a crazy crash happens, right? A lot of the time over the course of when we finally go back up, a lot of the time we're going back to go smack that white one. And vice versa. If we ever go up a lot, you know, a lot of the time when we pull back finally, a lot of the time we're going to find normality around that 9 EMA. So it's just good to see we're not just above that one. We're above multiple now by a lot, too. This says at 536. This says 539. This says 538.30, basically. And we're at 543.50s right now. So a lot of good room underneath price right now. I could definitely say now we've gotten a really good kind of continuation of that bullish recovery we saw a couple days ago. It wasn't just a spiked up move. Now we've also seen continuation. So very, 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 very strong recovery by the bulls the past couple days. Sessions, I should say, because of course it's been over a couple weeks. Bug again. It's like when you switch time frames, it messes with it. And if you use a fib too, because you know we really love our downside fibs, you can see we had a nice rejection here. If you go from here to here, we had a nice rejection here, and we're kind of doing the same thing here. You know, you kind of had a huge spike down right here, and you can see a few sessions ago, we actually took the 50%, held more of a hammer style doji. Got a nice bullish kicker, and this is what D-Touch just posted in the chat. The bullish kicker that we got actually got some continuation with a little bit of a hammer so far today. Of course, this could all change. This candle could be completely different, but as of right now, that is a pretty nice looking hammer hitting that next level at 544.20s, which this is a monthly emerging candle. So like I said, if this isn't high of day, you're probably going to see a really nice rip in the next hour and 16 minutes. But if not, then this is probably it. This is probably where we try to consolidate, because this is a very nice candlestick pattern to get very bullish. So I don't know if it's quite over yet. But it's good to see that we have normality now, like I was saying earlier, because even though I don't have my EMA showing right here, it's probably just drifting under right here. But what we're able to look out now is this golden pocket of this drawdown. So now we know, okay, as long as we're above that, we should be moving up, right? And we know our next level to watch out for is, well, I love how that does that, is this level here. So now we have something to focus on. We have a range to look at. We can look for bounces, we can look for projections, and outside of that, we can look for bigger moves. Just based off pure levels and TA. Pretty cool, though. I'm going to screenshot this real quick for the Discord because I want them to see this. So back to our normal levels real quick. And focus on that. Good call by D-Touch. I like that you're doing that forward thinking. He said 444 by tomorrow, and then here we are. And he said that the other day. I like those kind of posts. Shows the confidence. You don't want to be cocky, but you want to have confidence. Alright guys, well as we approach this next level, I want to go over the next idea for what's next. I mean, just what to look out for. We talked about the daily time frame, what's next on that. As of intraday right here, right now, definitely going to be looking to see if you guys can get over 544.50 for more bullish continuation. If any dip occurs at all, I think it's okay as long as you're still holding above today's open for short term. I think for midterm, you're going to definitely want to hold above 542, considering that's where we rejected from and then retook with just a midterm retest. So if you do get any crazy drawback and it's still holding 542, I'd still say bulls have a good chance of appearing here. But if you do end up giving up this level and that level, could definitely be seeing more candles like this and more moves like this. But as of right now, you're definitely looking good for more upside. But I think I'm going to end the stream there as we're approaching kind of the lunchtime part of the day. But thank you guys again. It is... Hold up. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be doing the swing stream. So I don't know if I'll be streaming in the morning or not. We'll see. But either way, I'll be doing the swing stream end of day for unlisted. This is a stream you have to access through the link only. So it'll only be posted on my Discord and my YouTube. So you guys can see that if you're a member of either of them, you can have access to it. But we just go over daily time frame stuff and swing trades and just potential stuff. You know, nothing super crazy. Just a different kind of swing stream. A different kind of stream, I should say. I keep saying swing stream. But yeah, that'll be something to look out for tomorrow. And I don't know if we're doing the full day Friday stream or not this week, but I did plan to do it next week. I have that one already scheduled. So next Friday, we're definitely doing it. But we'll see if we do it this Friday or not as well. But either way, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all for dropping likes on the YouTube stream, being here in the Discord and the YouTube, and just kind of listening in and dropping your own updates too. Again, I hope you guys are comfortable and are able to drop your own updates, because again, this is a pretty open platform. I try to read out as many of y'all's updates and comments as I can, and try to incorporate them on the chart, break them down, look them over. I don't just, you know, ignore everybody's comments. I really do try to take in everybody's intake, because at the end of the day, we're all looking kind of at the same thing, you know, in terms of the system and the candlesticks and everything we're looking at. So if we all want to be on the same page, we definitely got to work together a little bit. So I try my best to read out as much of, you know, y'all's comments as I can, not just for interaction, but also because I really do take them to heart. I really hope to see, you know, if you guys are calling out a retest, I want to get in on that retest. If you guys are, you know, calling out something, I want to see if you're right or not. So I want to see more of you reach out and really try to test your confidence. But thank you all for being here again. I appreciate everybody, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. We have kind of the lighter news towards the end of this week going into tomorrow and Friday, and it kind of frees up a little bit more next week. But overall, we're still getting great movement, so we can't even really talk as if, you know, the news is even doing anything. So thank you guys again, and I will see you all later.